Hello everyone, this is Ronnie. Uh, have you been watching my videos for a while, maybe enjoying what I have to say, and you would like to learn a bit more? Maybe you're on a raw vegan diet yourself, maybe you're thinking about doing a raw vegan diet, maybe you're struggling with a raw vegan diet. Well, for those of you who are in that situation and would like to learn a bit more and would be happy to learn a bit more from myself, I'm going to be running an online course starting next week. And it'll be the initial launch, the first group of people that will become part of the course, although it's the third time I've ran the course because it's been tested twice. So we're going to run it again and potentially going to keep on running it after that, sort of indefinitely. But for the people that join this time around, there'll be some advantages, some benefits to joining early. If you would like to learn more about that, go to rawvegancourse.com/Ronnie, or you can go into the description box and there'll be a link to it, and you register there with your name and email. You'll get a confirmation email, and you'll get an email after that when the webinar is happening. The webinar will happen Thursday, which is Thursday the 3rd of December, so you might be seeing this on the same day at 7 p.m. GMT, Greenwich Mean Time. It's also taking place at 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 11 a.m. Pacific Time, and 8 p.m. Europe time if you're in Central Europe. If you're in Australia or New Zealand, I don't know the exact time zone, I'm afraid, but it'll probably be likely quite early in the morning, so you can check out for that. So in the webinar, I'm going to be going through the 3 biggest mistakes people make on a raw vegan diet, and then I'm going to talk a bit more about the course. And the course is basically something that I teach live online, 12 classes, and the idea with the classes is to take you through basically a journey, well that's what a course is, from basic ideas, information, philosophy, around the raw vegan diet, and then we'll gradually get into more detailed information on the science and the nutrition of it and different things like that, and a lot of the challenges people have, and so on. If you go to that page, I think it shows you the syllabus of classes that we go through, and there's a chance obviously to answer questions. You become part of a little community for a small amount of time, and there's further resources that come along with it that you can get access to, and further stuff to study and look at and watch and things like that I've brought together. So if that is of interest to you, go to rawvegancourse.com/Ronnie, or click on the link below. Add your name, your email address. I think you will be added automatically to my newsletter if you do that, but you can unsubscribe at any time. If you start getting emails, sometimes things happen with these things that I'm not in control of sometimes, or that I've made some mistake with, so you start getting some automated emails or something. That shouldn't happen, but you might then get, after that, every now and again, I'll send out a weekly email about things, sometimes a couple of times a week, about different things that you should be interested in about the raw vegan diet, just information, and occasionally like a video. When the podcast goes out, you'll get a notification and stuff like that. When the fruit festival happens, if it does happen, you get a message about that, stuff like that. So you can unsubscribe from that at any time. There's around 4,600 people that are part of that newsletter, so it's not just me emailing you, it's not just one person that's getting it. So you can choose to join that, or you can choose to unsubscribe. So apart from that, what else do I have to say? Not a great deal, but I'm considering that I might make it a course that just kind of keeps going. I think people call it an evergreen course or something. So there'll be a chance to join it in the future as well, if this time isn't right for you. I might even try and experiment with different time zones so some people can join a bit easier. But basically, the best time to join will be now if it's right for you, if you want to learn more, if you need a bit more education. I really think that one of the few things that people need with this diet is education, community, changing your mindset, which comes from like getting good information about it basically. So why would you learn from me? Well, hopefully you've enjoyed some of my videos and maybe you feel like I can teach you something. I've been in the raw vegan community scene, whatever you want to call it, lifestyle for since 2011 really. 2012 was when I really started to experiment with it. But I first got into it in 2011, started to make the changes to my diet, started to explore what this diet was all about, and continued to move forward from there, started to attend events, and then started to travel to multiple events, and it just became a real passion for me. That led to me putting on little small events myself here in Glasgow and other places, and that gradually led into putting on the UK Fruit Fest. And through that I've met most of the teachers in the raw vegan world, a lot of them anyway, worked with them, worked closely with them, and went on to do things like putting on the online events, and doing 7 UK Fruit Fests, including this year, amazingly enough, and helped with putting on other fruit festivals, one in California, one in Canada, twice actually in Canada, and yeah, I guess that's my credentials. So I'm not a nutritionist, I'm not a doctor, I'm not a scientist, but I live on a raw vegan diet, and I have done for at least the last 8 years. I stick to 100% raw, that's what I think is best. And I see a lot of people doing it wrong, I see a lot of mistakes, I see a lot of people falling away from this diet, and it kind of saddens me because I believe that they're just making certain mistakes, but I believe that when you really get this diet, it's so simple and easy. It's amazing that everyone doesn't do it. And recently I've been around my niece, not seen my nephew in a while, but seen my niece, who's a baby, and it's so funny how kids just go towards fruit. They're magnetically attracted towards it when they're that young, but the parents and everyone around them is just trying to give them this other stuff, forcing it on them, but they'll magnetically run towards the fruit. That'll change in a few years, of course, but it's amazing to see that, and it's kind of sad that people don't embrace it. It's so simple, and what happens is we basically addict. You've all been addicted from a young age to these foods, and that's why people can't give them up. Can't give these things up because they give a higher, stronger dopamine hit than fruit or vegetables does. That's what it is. It's an addiction. It's the same principle as a drug. Food isn't as bad as drugs, of course. Food's not bad, and I'm not saying that, but it's not as good as eating the healthiest food. You're never going to feel as good as you would eating the healthiest food. So if you're still struggling to do this, want to learn more about it, happy to learn from myself, happy to learn online, live, get a chance to ask all the questions, get to know me a little bit more, whatever it is, go to the link down below or go to rawvegancourse.com/Ronnie. Join the webinar. We've already got nearly 100 people joining the webinar, and there's probably a maximum of 100 people that can watch. However, it's unlikely that 100 out of 100 people will join, so I'm pretty sure everyone will get in and be able to watch. So I would love to see you there. I'd be glad to be able to offer something back. There'll be a chance to join this course for free, or there'll be a way of being part of the course for free. The course has a small fee to be part of it, not substantial at all. Something anyone could afford, really. And you'll see if it's of value to you. If it's not of value to you, I'm not forcing it on anyone. But I think the value of it is tremendous. And you can go and have a look at the testimonials that people have left. The testimonials that people have left of what they've said about the course. What they've said about the course. So it doesn't matter so much what I've said. And I've had doctors take the course. I've had chiropractors take the course. I've had, scientists take the course. And they've said good things about it. They've raved about it. They've said very positive things about it. People from all over the world. South Africa, Canada, Australia, even England. All over the place. So join me. Check it out. rawvegancourse.com/Ronnie. See you there.